Savage Dog was obviously a passion project of mine that I had for some time. I wrote the script a long time ago and have a background in action and understand that and enjoy that, but know inherently if you don't have the performance of your lead character to hook the audience, to bring them in, to make them sympathetic to what's going on, you don't have a movie. You know, your action can be phenomenal, your fight scenes can look outstanding, and your guns and explosions can be bigger than the next guy's, but unless you have that human element, that story, that plot, that character, that living, breathing entity that grabs the audience emotionally, you have nothing. You've got nothing at all. And I finally felt I had that with Scott Adkins. He has the ability to draw you in and to make you believe these characters.
I worked with Jesse on a film called Pit Fighter. I was a fan of his and wanted to work with him. I love Jesse, he's a great guy. You know, he's really good at talking to the actors, at directing the actors, which you don't get so often in these types of movies. He's from a stunt background as well, so he really knows how to shoot the action. But what was great about this script was that because of the time period, it gave this film a different edge.
The era for the movie is something that was very, very important to me. I wanted to set the film in an era that, you know, hadn't been plumbed to death by action movies. Story was king for us at every point in this. Performance was king, making sure that was right. And if you buy into all that stuff, you buy into the action. With this film, I wanted to harken back to an era that was a little more classic with regard to the setups, you know, way down the camera a little bit. I wanted to take the time to do what I'd learned over 15, 20 years as a stuntman and filmmaker, and really, really bring it organically to screen and give people a taste of perhaps a different era of filmmaking, you know, where problems were solved in camera. I didn't want to do a film with visual effects. I didn't want to rely on blue screen or CG or, you know, added, you know, blood or all this kind of stuff that you know, everyone wants to do nowadays. You know, fixed in post attitude that pervades through not only low budget but big budget as well. It allowed me to do things that I'd forgotten were possible. I know it catches a lot of people by surprise how realistic some of this violence is. Even I watch it now and I wonder how the stunt guy made it out without getting hurt. It's pretty terrifying. And that's the kind of action I like. But what I took from Scott, he takes this very, very seriously, is, you know, making the choreography real and not shooting from the traditional angle, shooting from a difficult angle, but still being able to make that punch look like a hit. I took that one step further with the action, with the guy going into a room full of bad guys with a machete and attacking them all, and making that as real as possible as well. So really, really excited to know what the fans think of this one. It really was a blast making the film, very, very hard work, physically demanding, but as my wife reminds me, I say that about all of these movies, you know, you commit yourself to them, but this one really was tough. The weather was extraordinarily difficult, it was very, very hot. Wherever we shot, obviously we were a long, long way from home and we didn't have cell phone, we didn't have internet, so you sort of arrive with all your gear, whether it was in a backpack or a trailer, and literally, if you don't have it there, you don't have it. It's not in the movie. The research for the picture went on for a long time. It's a very, very tricky era to do, but we managed to piece together what was a really authentic sort of look for the period. And it was a hell of a lot of fun to do that, to make a period film. I was very, very lucky in that Blyberg Entertainment, who were behind the film, fully embraced me and allowed me to do whatever I wanted with that, as long as it felt authentic and real. Nick Donemeyer, who was executive producer on the film, was just an incredible sort of force in supporting me and getting behind me and saying, look, if you believe it, do it, we'll find a way of making it work and we'll get behind you. And I haven't had that kind of partnership with an executive producer before, and it was really, really good. So I'll be doing another one with those guys, and hopefully we'll show you, you know, another interesting era that hasn't been plumbed like crazy.